Premier League legend Alan Shearer has predicted that Spurs will draw against Everton on Sunday. He has also predicted that West Ham beat Leeds on Sunday, meaning that Spurs would survive on goal difference. Former Spurs midfielder Danny Murphy, talking to TalkSport, he has stated, "I have a bad feeling about Tottenham going down. I think that is going to be it." Now, all of the match facts and stats ahead of this key game against Everton on Sunday in the Premier League, the final day of the campaign. 3 awards for Archie Gray. Romero's agent has hit out at all of the criticism that his client has received in the last couple of days. Roberto De Zerbi has come out and said everyone has to give more in this game against Everton on Sunday. And Mickey van der Ven has come out and said, "I have no clue why the home form has been so bad this season. We've got to put it behind us, though, and concentrate on Sunday and get the fans behind us." Hi everyone, hope you're well. Chris Cowlin here. This is another edition of Tottenham News, where I'll be going through all the latest Spurs news, rumours and reports. If you're watching on YouTube, please do hit that subscribe button, like, share and comment below. And if you're listening to this on an audio platform, please do hit that follow button and leave a review if you can. So a huge weekend for Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. Spurs just need a draw. A draw or a win at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium against Everton, and Spurs will remain in the Premier League for the 26-27 campaign. West Ham, of course, take on Leeds at the London Stadium. Premier League legend Alan Shearer on Tottenham's clash against Everton. He has come out and said it's such a tough call. It is a tough one to call. I mean, I have no confidence on either side, and this is a pure guess. The pressure that Spurs are going to be under on Sunday, I do think that Everton will go and get something off Spurs. I'm going to go and say a draw, and I think that Spurs will stay up on goal difference. Prediction, draw. On West Ham's home clash against Leeds, Alan Shearer said, "I saw West Ham play last week. I was at the game at Newcastle on Sunday. Oh my goodness, they were so bad defensively. They came in with a new system, tried to play 5 at the back and changed after 25 minutes or so because they were 2-0 down. But they were really, really poor. They have got to try and get that win at the London Stadium and try and put as much pressure on Tottenham as possible, because you can imagine the picture when we're flicking to Tottenham's ground and then we're flicking to West Ham at different points on Sunday afternoon. I'm going to say a West Ham win, but unfortunately I don't think it will be enough to keep them up, as I see Spurs and Everton playing out a draw at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Now, former Tottenham Hotspur midfielder Danny Murphy has also been having his say on the Tottenham v Everton and the West Ham v Leeds games. He has been talking on TalkSport. He has said, "I think it will be a tiny margin on the day. A lot will depend on Tottenham's start to the game. I think if they were to go a goal down, the nerves would certainly kick in. One of Tottenham's biggest problems is their creativity, chances. They can't score goals. I think West Ham United will beat Leeds, and I've got a bad feeling here. I want Tottenham to stay up, but I've got a bad feeling they're going to go." Spurs star Archie Gray has picked up all 3 trophies at the end of season official supporters club awards. He has picked up the official supporters club player of the season, the One Hotspur player of the season award, and also the junior One Hotspur player of the season award. Now, 365 days ago, exactly 1 year to the day, scenes at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, because the Spurs squad were parading through the streets of Tottenham with the Europa League trophy, having beaten Manchester United 1-0 2 days prior in the Europa League final in Bilbao. Now, Victor Wanyama, the former Spurs midfielder, returns to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on Sunday pre-match against Everton. He will join Paul Coyte talking about his career and talking about Tottenham. Victor made over 90 appearances for the club between 2016 and 2020 and treated fans to an unforgettable strike against Liverpool back in 2018. Fans are encouraged to head to their seats for 3:30 to catch Victor's appearance and help build the atmosphere ahead of kickoff. In the last couple of days, it has been heavily reported that Spurs captain Cristian Romero is in Argentina and he will be attending the River Plate v Belgrano game on Sunday instead of the Spurs v Everton game on Sunday. Now, Cristian Romero's agent has hit out at the criticism and all of the backlash that the Spurs captain has received in the media and by the Spurs fans. He has come out and said any suggestion that this trip was made for the purpose of attending football matches is not accurate. More than that, it is completely fabricated, the narrative being circulated by people who are unaware of the facts and have no knowledge of the rehab plan that has been in place for some weeks. Now, talking to Football.London, the agent then went on to say, Christian's focus is and always has been on recovering as strongly as possible, preparing for the World Cup and supporting Tottenham Hotspur in every way he can. His commitment to the club, his teammates and the supporters has been evident throughout his time at Tottenham and remains unchanged. Now, Tottenham Hotspur boss Roberto De Zerbi talking ahead of the huge game on Sunday, Tottenham v Everton, talking to Sky Sports. He said everyone has to give something more. From 7 p.m. on Sunday, we can organise and make a plan for next season, considering everything. I'm not stupid. I have a very clear vision on what we have to do. It has been a tough experience because I didn't know before my time. To manage a lot of situations without knowing what happened before, it is not so easy. I'm happy and I'm proud because I create an important relationship with the players, people inside the club and the fans. They do not deserve to stay in this place in the table. We need to stay focused on the next game. I'm happy because David Moyes has said that he wanted to keep West Ham in the Premier League. For us, that is a big motivation. Premier League is the best league because every game you have to fight even if you want just 1 point. I'm sure that Leeds will play the right game against West Ham on Sunday, like they did against us in our stadium not so long ago. I want to win the game. I don't want anything from other people. We are ready to go on the pitch to fight and to play. Spurs defender Mickey van der Ven has been talking to Sky Sports ahead of the Spurs v Everton game. He said, I wouldn't say that Chelsea was a setback, losing there at Stamford Bridge, but it was our first loss in 5 games. There were so many things that we could have changed the situation. If you flip the penalty moment, we could get a draw. In the last 20 minutes, we played good offensive football. There's also, of course, a lot of things that we can learn from that game, but all the positives we can take in to the Everton game on Sunday. I think lately we have shown our quality. We have shown how we can play, and obviously for a club like Tottenham it shouldn't be possible that we are in the situation that we are right now. We brought ourselves into this situation, but if you can see how we have played lately and since Roberto De Zerbi has come in, the positiveness of how we play now and the more offensive football we play, I think we just need to stay up. We just need to make sure that we get the 3 points against Everton and be done with everything that has happened. Leave it behind us. Mickey van der Ven talking to Sky Sports on why Tottenham's home form has been so bad. He said it's difficult to say. The home form hasn't been acceptable, but there's not something going on when we play a home game. I've seriously no clue why. But it's also the past, and we have a massive game on Sunday now to change that and to win a home game. I think that's the most important thing, and we're going to need the fans for that, and we know that they're going to stand behind us. Now, huge game at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on Sunday. Tottenham Hotspur host Everton. Here are the match facts and stats. Now, following their 3-0 win in October, Spurs are looking to complete their first league double over Everton since the 2017-2018 season. Everton have won just once in their last 16 Premier League away games against Spurs, drawing 4 and losing 11, losing the last 4 by an aggregate score of 13-1. Tottenham lost 4-1 against Brighton on match week 38 last season, last losing their final league match in consecutive campaigns between 2007-8 and 2009-10, which was 3 in a row. This is the 10th time that Everton are playing their final Premier League match of the season away to a London side, with the Toffees winning just one of their previous 9, and that was 2-0 at Fulham in the 2008-9 season, and the other games drawing 2 and losing 6. Avoiding defeat will likely be enough to secure Tottenham's place in the Premier League for another season. Having also finished 17th last season, this would be the first time that they have finished as low in consecutive top-flight campaigns since the run of 3 between 1912-13 season and 1914-1915 season, and that was 17th, 17th and 20th. Now, Tottenham Hotspur are winless in their last 10 Premier League home league games, drawing 4 and losing 6. Their second longest run in league history after a 14-game streak between October 1993 and April 1994, and that was under Ossie Ardiles. Everton are winless in 6 Premier League games, drawing 3 and losing 3, but haven't gone longer without victory since April 2024 under Sean Dyche, and that was 13. Indeed, David Moyes last went 7 without a win in the competition in January 2023 as West Ham boss, and that was 7, and last did so with the Toffees in December 2010, and that was 7. Everton have led at some point in each of their last 3 Premier League games, but have failed to win any of them, drawing 2 and losing 1. Only in October 1999 have they led in but failed to win 4 consecutive games in the competition. Everton have used fewer players, and that's 22, and made fewer changes to their starting 11, 57, than any other side in the Premier League this campaign. And Tottenham's Richarlison has been involved in 15 Premier League goals this season. That's 11 goals and 4 assists, only having a hand in more in the 2019-2020 season. That was 13 goals and 3 assists. The Brazilian has also been involved in 5 goals in his last 5 league games against his former side, Everton, and that's 4 goals and 1 assist. Now, my thoughts on everything in this episode, and I'm going to keep this short and brief because I've spoken so much on this subject all week, and to be honest with you, I can't sit here and say that I'm confident that Spurs are going to win. I don't know what is going to happen. I don't know what Spurs are going to turn up, but I do completely agree with what Mickey van der Ven said. We have been so much better under Roberto De Zerbi. Of course, he has come in for 6 games. We have won 2, we have drawn 2, and we have lost 2. And without Roberto De Zerbi and without the type of football that we've played under De Zerbi in these last 6 games, I don't think we would be in a position now where we would actually be taking it to the last day of the season. But it is in our hands. It is in Tottenham's hands. And Spurs need to deliver. And like Roberto De Zerbi said, everyone has to give more. And this is exactly what I've been saying in the last couple of days. Everyone needs to act like their life depends on it, because this is such an important game, such an important moment for the history of our football club. I do not want to see Spurs relegated to the Championship, and I just hope and pray on Sunday evening we are still a Premier League team for the 26-27 campaign, and the club can then think about all of these mistakes, all of these poor decisions that have been made over the last 12 months plus, and put things right and start building towards the future, showing ambition in transfer windows going forward, and showing ambition for next season and beyond, because so many changes need to be made at the football club on the pitch, and off the pitch. So much to do, and I've no doubt that Roberto De Zerbi will work through each thing one by one, and he will want to put things right and move things in a positive direction going forward. But of course, at the moment, we can't talk about the future. It has to be about the now. It has to be about Sunday afternoon. Alan Shearer has predicted a draw. I wouldn't be at all surprised with that. If you were to push me for a prediction, I'd probably go for a 1-1 draw against Everton on Sunday, and that will be enough. At this point, though, what I'd say, and Mickey van der Ven kind of alluded to this as well, you need to forget about the last 37 games. You need to just treat this game as a cup final. Go into this game like you need to win it, because De Zerbi even said this as well. The cup final took place a year ago in Bilbao against Manchester United in the Europa League. This game feels even bigger to me. It's funny, isn't it? We talk a lot about winning trophies, but Premier League status is extremely important to the football club for so many reasons. We could sit here all day and talk about that. Danny Murphy has said he has a bad feeling about it. I don't blame people for having bad feelings about it, and I don't blame people for however they feel about it, because it has been such a poor season. And when you look at all of these really poor stats that we can bring up, only 2 Premier League home wins all campaign, that is not good enough at all. Some of these performances under 3 different managers have not been good enough. But like I said, real positivity under Roberto De Zerbi. He has brought positive vibes. He brings positive energy to this playing group. And I just hope that we get over the line at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on Sunday, and hopefully we can just get the job done. So if we are drawing, if we are winning, we don't need to worry at all what is happening at the London Stadium. Many congratulations to Archie Gray, by the way. 3 awards for him, fully deserved. And let's see how much game time he gets under Roberto De Zerbi going forward. And Cristian Romero's agent's comments about him, I don't care what anyone says. I don't care what the agent says. I think it is all about the World Cup for him. And regardless, if it was family issues, if it was family commitments, if it was something important in life, I would say, okay, fair enough. Of course, that's important. But this rehab situation, I think that this could have been done in London. And if I was Cristian Romero, I would want to be supporting my club where I am the captain. So I think that was a really poor excuse, actually, from the agent to Football.London. So in my view, Romero should be supporting the club, supporting his teammates, and being there for the fans, thanking them for their support during this very, very tough campaign. Thanks for watching and thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're watching on YouTube, please do hit that subscribe button, like, share and comment below. And if you're listening to this on an audio platform, please do hit that follow button and leave a review if you can. Have a great weekend and I will see you on the next one. Come on, you Spurs.